And on today's Unbiased Hard Take, I have not done a Packers short take video on the Eagles-Packers game yet. I was waiting on the Jordan Love news. I wanted to kind of give all the news and have a full update on everything before I said anything. And the Eagles did defeat the Packers 34-29. Ultimately, it was a good game. Both teams scored a lot of points. Ultimately, I thought Green Bay played overall well. There was a little bit of sloppiness, quite a bit of penalties. The Packers did force 3 turnovers and only got 9 points out of that. That's very disappointing on the offensive side of the ball. I expect more from the offense. I think they came out a little bit sluggish. Narveson did make a couple kicks. He ended up missing one, which kind of sucks. But he made his first few kicks, gave us a lead, and then we just couldn't capitalize on the turnovers. Xavier McKinney caught an interception, got us in the red zone, a field goal. We had another turnover, couldn't get a touchdown, field goal. And we had another interception, Jair Alexander got one, and we didn't get a touchdown out of that. So only 9 points out of 3 turnovers is unacceptable. That's why we lost the game. It's a 17-game season, though. The Chiefs lost their first game last year, and they won the Super Bowl. So that's not ultimately the biggest problem. And the Packers didn't look atrocious. They played the Eagles, who were a playoff team last year, and were in the Super Bowl 2 years ago. We lost by 5. We scored 29 points. The defense forced 3 turnovers. We had multiple sacks. Rashawn Gary had a sack. The team looked great. Jaden Reed out there, who's become my favorite Packer. I'll start saying that. He's my favorite Packer. Jaden Reed is, overall, on the whole team. This dude can do it all. 4 catches, 138 receiving yards, 1 receiving touchdown. This dude had a 33-yard rush for a touchdown on an end around. And he can return kicks as well. So, Jaden Reed's a baller. Josh Jacobs looked relatively well at 84 yards. He had 5.3 yards carry, so pretty effective. And Christian Watson got a touchdown. Romeo Doubs had a decent day too. But ultimately, the big story here is Jordan Love. He had 260 passing yards, 2 touchdowns, 1 interception, and 83 QBR in a league where 75 is average. He had an 83. So he had a above-average game. Jordan Love played outstanding. He had only 9 points off the 3 turnovers, but we came back and we responded well. We had a 70-yard touchdown. Again, the offense ended up scoring 29 points on the Eagles and forcing a lot of turnovers on defense. So the big deal here is the injury to Jordan Love. Is Malik Willis ready? He's only been on the team, mind you, for I don't even think quite 2-3 weeks yet. So does he know the offense? Does Sean Clifford play? The big question here is how many games do the Packers have to play without Jordan Love? I've seen reports of 3 to 6 weeks. Some reports I've seen said 1 to 6 weeks. Who knows? So if you want to go, let's look at the Packers' schedule here, guys. So if you want to go by the Packers, let's go. I don't think he'll play the next game, obviously. So let's go 3 games. I think that's reasonable. Everyone seems to think 3 weeks at minimum. So the Packers end up playing the Colts at Lambeau, the Titans in Tennessee, and the Vikings, who don't have a starting caliber quarterback either because their quarterback got hurt too. So, and that's in Lambeau. So 2 games at Lambeau. Hopefully it's just 3 games because I don't want to go into that Rams game with Malik Willis or Sean Clifford. That's bad. So if he only misses 3 games, I think the Packers need to win at least 2 of those. Starting 0-1, you don't want him to come back and be 1-4 or 2-5 or whatever the case may be. You know, that's kind of hard to bounce back from. And the Packers schedule gets harder as the season goes down the line. They play the Niners, the Lions, the Dolphins, the Bears. We'll see how Caleb Williams plays. The Seahawks were a winning team last year. The Saints had a winning record last year. So the schedule for Green Bay gets harder as the season goes on. So for us to stay in contention, we need to win 2 of our next 3 games. If he misses that many games. Hopefully not. Hopefully he can come back early. But 3 games, I will say the Colts game's winnable. The Titans game is definitely winnable, and the Vikings game is winnable too. The Packers can win these 3 games without Jordan Love, I believe. So it's just, I'm happy it's not a season-ending injury. I was really afraid it was going to be an ACL injury. So ultimately, I think this is ultimately the best news Green Bay could have gotten. This is truly a best-case scenario. There's no broken bones. There's no tears anywhere. It's just a sprained MCL. So our franchise quarterback's going to be okay, and we will see him again this season. The question is what will the Packers' record be when we see him again? Like I said, these next 3 games are winnable. I am not backing down. I still hope to be a playoff team this year, so long as Jordan Love doesn't miss too much time, and we can win a couple games here. Malik Willis was a first-round grade talent at one point, and the Titans invested in him at one point, and he had a great college career. He's a good running quarterback, so I expect us to use some dynamic plays with Josh Jacobs, Malik Willis, possibly Jaden Reed as well, get creative. So I expect us to still be able to win some games with Malik Willis here, so long as he doesn't miss more than 3 games. Jordan Love doesn't. That's the big question. So I don't think the season's over yet. Packers got some good news today, guys. Whew, we were nervous. That's all I got. Like, subscribe, hit the bell. Like us on Facebook. Check out these 4 sports fact of the day. Good Lord. Also, follow on Spotify. Check out our short on the Spotify. And check out our 10 caps action that we got game day experience and JB's golf swing. We've been putting a lot of content out there. Fantasy football league's going hard. We're going strong. Football starts tomorrow, first Sunday. Jordan Love's season's not over. Packers still have a fighting chance here. So that's all we can ask for. Yeah, that's all I got. Kind of somber, unfortunately, but best news we could have asked for. Hopefully the backup can come in and at least win the Colts and Titans games. Those are the most realistic game wins for us, I think. And we have a longer week than the rest of the teams do with us playing on Friday. So a lot of preparation time. I still think Green Bay's going to come out week 2 and win. Get our first win of the year. So that's all I got. As always, let's go Heat. Boy, we're up. We're going to beat Notre Dame next week. And go Pack, go. Jordan Love. Hopefully we see you soon, man. That's all I got, and we'll see you all in this coming week's podcast.